In the 1980s, I lived in Chicago for a while and was like a handyman for a blues club on the north side of Chicago called Kingston Mines. It was run by it was run by a man by the name of Doc Pellegrino. He was a doctor. He had a clinic on the west side of Chicago, one of the worst neighborhoods in Chicago in those days. And you walk into that clinic, and the place is filthy. I mean, it's just filthy. The floor is filthy. It's never been swept or mopped. There's cracked tile, there's broken tile in the ceiling, and the waiting room was full of people. Full of people, and there was this German Shepherd patrolling the place. It would trot down the hall and back out through the waiting room, and back down the hall and out through the waiting room. And I think he was a doctor. But anyway, he one day after work, before the club opened, he told us this story, and I went home and put it to verse, and it came out with something like this. Doc owns a blues club down Chi-Town, USA. Keep two bands cooking up. It's packed on Saturday. Lenny's from the south side come in on a Saturday night. Commenced to drinking pretty heavy. The bands were sounding tight. Lenny's bragging on the Keystone Nation, boasted pretty bold. The place was drinking, rocking, smoking. Someone could lose control. Ain't no turf to be talking this game. Must be looking for a fight. Surrounded there by cobras, fire growing in every eye. The Doc's a big man. He was like 6'4", 6'5". Bizarre looking character. He had glasses that are about an inch thick. He was in his late 60s, shaved maybe once a week, had glasses about an inch thick, so his eyes looked huge, and he wore this brown-haired wig that was cut in like this Page Boy style with bangs. And it went down like that. You could tell by the way his slides on, he wore diapers, and then you look down at his feet, and he's got these old beat-up old cowboy boots on that he always wore. And he was strung out on Pac-Man. He had a Pac-Man machine in his office, and almost all my dealings with him, he was on the Pac-Man machine, saying, there's a hole in the women's restroom in the wall, so he put their fist there. Can you go fix that and come back and see me? Where was it?
Waka.
Probably on No, he was a big man. Hard of hearing, very nearly blind. He could smell trouble brewing, and he wasn't far behind. Cobras, they caught their prey, taking Lenny to the kitchen grill. They was gonna fry that man alive. The band was playing kind of shrill. Doc picked up a nightstick like a man half his age. Into the kitchen, a couple of licks. Get out, the cops are on their way. Cobras scrambled for the door, left Lenny laying on the floor. Outside in the front room, the band played, and the crowd just cried for more. The very next day, Lenny and his gang come round. They was looking for Doc. They was going to give a gift to him, asking him he want anybody shot. Doc's a peaceful man, don't carry with him any grudge. He declined their offer, saying he wasn't fit to judge.